Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel for another episode of the Manchester City Career Mode, and we start today's episode with a game against 6th place and possible title challengers, Chelsea. So this is the side we're going to go with against Chelsea today. Ederson starts in goal, Cancelo, Diaz, Laporte, and Teo Hernandez at the back, Rodri, Aouar and De Bruyne as a 3 in midfield, and it's Foden on the right hand side, Sterling on the left hand side, and Liam Delap, the goal king from the previous episode, up top. On the bench we've got Ferran Torres, Kayiki, Bissouma, Rice, Lamptey, Stones and Kasper Schmeichel. Now something I've noticed is there must be a sort of a glitch on FIFA. You guys in the comments let me know who it is. I've just done a FIFA update and some of the players that are youth players I've now got faces, but I've got faces of someone that isn't them. So Luke Mbete has got the face of this man. I've absolutely no idea who he is. If you can let me know in the comments if you know who that is. That's a bit of a test of your FIFA knowledge. Who is this player? What is he doing on Luke Mbete? And the same for Fiorini. That is not Luis Fiorini, but for whatever reason, this man has got his face. No idea why that's changed, but it has done. Bit odd. Hopefully it changes back over the next few episodes. But that's the starting 11. We're going against Chelsea, and it's our best starting 11 pretty much, isn't it? Maybe Kayiki could be in there, but it's a strong side, and it should be 3 points again today. So at Stamford Bridge, you can see there, is it Michael Essien or Didier Drogba? Too far away to see really in the banners in the background. Thomas Tuchel versus Luis Enrique. This is Chelsea side today, so it's Maignan in goal. Back five of Reece James, Tapsoba, Coletta Carr, Wilfred Ndidi and Alonso. Kai Havertz and midfielder Stefan de Vrij. They've got Porto, Depay and Pulisic up top. Ricardo Pereira, Melando, Dybala, Dumfries. Campos as well on the bench, doing what he did with Marquinhos, isn't he? Thomas Tuchel by playing De Vrij in midfield rather in defence, maybe because of his ball playing ability.
Thank you, Stamford Bridge. Enjoy the game.
So Manchester City versus Chelsea. Memphis Depay from Barcelona to Chelsea. From Lyon. From Manchester United, made quite a few moves, hasn't he? Memphis Depay. It's live from Stamford Bridge. Aouar's brought them inside. Gives Hernandez space to loft onto the far post that Delap will attack. Cleared away. Cancelo back to Rodri. And we go again. Aouar, handball surely against Coletta Carr. Referee thinks not. Got Laporte in there as well. Gets a foot in. It's not enough. Still Reece James here. 4-2. James again. Good tackle by Hernandez. Laporte dives in brilliantly. Ball up to Sterling. We can play on the counter as well as try and break teams down. Sterling, little back heel. Oh, and it's just too heavy for Teo Hernandez, who was in there past this Reece James and Tapsoba. Connection on this right hand side. Oh, great bit of skill from Porto. Won't let me get hold of Laporte if I eventually does. 4-2. Good turn. Good tackle by Teo. To Pulisic brilliantly. Guess who wins it back? Ruben Diaz. Always the Ruben Diaz, isn't it? Foden. De Bruyne. And that gap's to Sterling. Sterling behind to Delap here. That's a good bit of defending by Tapsoba. Oh, ball in behind here. Memphis Depay. Great tackle. Diaz on Depay. It's a big tackle. Rodri, and that is half time. We've not looked at all like we're going to score a goal, have we really? Delap's not been given a chance. Creative force behind him not working. And we go in 0-0 at half time. Delap, no attempts, no goals. Well, second half underway and a half time substitution and change of formation. We've gone to a more of a 4-2-3-1. Kayiki's come on for Aouar. Foden's gone through the middle. Let's see if Foden suits better just in behind the striker really of Liam Delap. And Kayiki on this right hand side. I was thinking about Ferran as well, but we went with Kayiki. Higher rated now, Kayiki. Foden. Good bit of skill. Sterling. That pass into De Bruyne. Really nicely done. Delap. Sterling. Foden. Into Liam Delap. I didn't really take it in his stride, did he, Delap? The ball was maybe just behind him. And he tried to get just some power in it. I think I should have taken a touch there. And then hit it. Tried to hit it first time with Delap, and that led us down. Memphis Depay comes off. Paulo Dybala, new signing for Chelsea. On he comes, the Argentinian. De Bruyne. Foden. See you later, Reece James. The lap. Oh, back to Phil Foden! Oh, what a goal from Manchester City. What an absolutely wonderful goal. And the two that combine are our two youth players, Phil Foden and Liam Delap, combining their great feat from Delap to set up Phil Foden, who looks really good in this role behind the striker. And maybe we change the formation this season. Into Delap here, across to Phil Foden, just lifts it, just slightly, over Magnan. But it's enough. Just between the arm and leg, across his body. Really good finish from Phil Foden. Really good setup by Delap. A good combination play between the two. He's first in the Premier League this season, our number 10. And we lead Chelsea by 1-0 in the 66th minute. That's massive. Oh, this is where Phil Foden comes alive, isn't it? Foden. The quality of pass to find Kaiki. To find De Bruyne. To find Phil Foden. Oh, he just can't finish his chance. Just can't finish his chance. Oh, Diaz been sold by Alonso, has it? Oh, Diaz, well played. And that is full time, is it? No, it's a free kick. About to say, we've won this game. 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. Good professional performance. There's still time yet. Or is there? There isn't. That is full time. It's 1-0 win at Stamford Bridge. Phil Foden and Liam Delap combine. And Phil Foden dinks it over the goalkeeper Magnan to give us 3 points here against Chelsea. Possible title rivals. They look strong. They look like they've got a good side. But they couldn't beat us today. Well, Borussia Dortmund are interested in taking Luis Fiorini on a 1-year loan. We'll accept that. That's a very good move for him. 1 year in the Bundesliga, same to Stefanovic. Imagine these two next season. Well, Luis Fiorini has joined Borussia Dortmund until the end of the season. That is a really good sort of transfer, I think, for him. First team football, playing at Dortmund alongside maybe Bellingham, Haaland as well. He really will come back a top player one next season. So our next game is against Watford, against 19th place Watford at home, and we will be simming this game. This aside, we will go with against Watford. Edison starts in goal, Cancelo, Stones, Diaz and Saka at the back, Rice, De Bruyne and Foden in the midfield, and it's still on the left, Kaiki on the right, and Liam Delap through the middle. And we come away with a 2-0 win. It's Kevin De Bruyne in the 73rd minute, and John Stones in the 5th. They give us a 2-0 win and 3 points over Watford. Well, Filip Stefanovic has joined Hertha Berlin till the end of the season. That's a great move for him. And we've had an offer from Paris Saint-Germain for Ilkay Gundogan, 71.5 million. This could be an incredible deal, and a player that probably is at his time now to move on. We're going to ask for 75 million for Ilkay Gundogan, which I think is a fair amount for him. They want him for 72.2. You know what? That is a massive profit. Manchester City paid, what was it, 25 million for Ilkay Gundogan. To make 70 plus million on a player that is 33 years of age is a great bit of business. We'll accept that. Ilkay Gundogan looks to be moving to Ligue 1 with Paris Saint-Germain playing under Maurizio Pochettino, and I think that will suit him very well. So Angers in Ligue 1 have asked for Dario Sarmiento on a 1-year loan, and we'll accept that deal also. That'd be a very good move for the 21-year-old. And confirmation here, Ilkay Gundogan is moving to Paris Saint-Germain. You can see him there doing the kick-up to the new number 18 in Paris. I'm sure he's very happy to move to a big club like Paris Saint-Germain after Manchester City. 72.2 million as well. That's a big transfer fee for us. And one of our objectives was new contracts. So we have given new contracts to plenty of key players. Theo Hernandez is one, and Aymeric Laporte is another. So is Bukayo Saka at fullback. All these young players, maybe Laporte a bit more experienced, but key players in the team. Kaiki as well. New long-term contracts to keep them at the club for the future. So it's transfer deadline day, and this player has really caught my eye. He was linked to Manchester City a few years ago. He's 23. He's an attacking midfielder. He can play in the wings as well. He's worth 66 million, and his stats look ridiculous. He's quick. He's agile, and I'm thinking, how about we try and do a swap deal with Bernardo Silva? The squad's going to be stacked, I know, but maybe we just lack someone in that sort of attacking midfielder or that centre attacking mid. We don't really have that. De Bruyne, Aouar, Bissouma, Rodri, Rice, all sort of, midfielders that sit back. De Bruyne and Aouar and Bissouma specifically, they're more central midfielders now. Rodri and Rice, defensive midfielders. Then we only have Foden, who's a centre attacking midfielder. We have no one else who really is. Maybe Joao Felix in the future. But I've looked at Thiago Almada and thought, What about swapping him for Bernardo Silva? A player doesn't want to be at the club. Really? Who we want to get rid of, really? Let's try and swap him for Thiago Almada. It would be a really good deal. So Valencia seem happy to take Bernardo Silva, but they initially said 20 million. Let's say just Bernardo Silva a straight swap. Well, they want 4.15. That is absolutely nothing, is it? For Thiago Almada, a young player who could probably reach the levels, the heights of Bernardo Silva. We'll offer them 1 million. See if they'll accept that. 1 million accepted. What a deal that is. Well, I didn't expect that to be so easy. 1 million plus Bernardo Silva, and he's actually just moved to Valencia, which is really odd. I wonder how much he moved to Valencia for. This deadline day, top deals, Nunez, Thiago Almada cost them 107.9 million, and they're happy to swap him straight away for Bernardo Silva. That's an odd one. A 23-year-old for a 29 or 30-year-old midfielder. That's a strange decision by Valencia. But we'll try and make this deal happen. Let's negotiate a contract. 5-year deal for Thiago Almada. And then finally, no release clause. He wants 125,000 per week. Massive increase in his current wage. We'll say that plus a 1.1 signing bonus. And he's accepted. So another signing 3 of the summer. It's Thiago Almada. And Thiago Almada will wear the number 8 shirt at the club, and I think it suits him that. And he will be a crucial player, I believe, this season. Well, all our transfer business, I believe, is done. Maybe there'll still be some outgoings. With 10 hours left in the transfer window, a lot can still happen. Well, Real Betis have come in for Quadbo Bar, 12 million for the 21-year-old who actually played for Bilbao last season. Clearly impressed in Spain, so they'll accept that deal for the English winger. And confirmation there of Bar's move to Real Betis. West Brom have come in for Cole Palmer, 2.75 million. A player that in real life, I think, will make it in the Manchester City starting 11 at some point. Definitely in the squad. But on FIFA, terrible potential, slow growth, never going to make it, unfortunately. So they'll accept that move to West Brom. We've 1 hour left in the transfer window. It's about time we had a look at some of the top deals, the latest deals, and also how our rivals have strengthened. So let's have a look at the top deals this season. So Almada with Bernardo Silva plus 1 million is the top deal of transfer window, which is a surprise. It only cost us 1 million though, hasn't it? So it's not cost us anything to replenish the squad like that. A player in Bernardo Silva to getting a younger Bernardo Silva possibly in Almada, that really works for us. Darwin Nunez has moved from Atalanta to Real Madrid for 108 million. Llorente from Atletico Madrid to Atalanta, so they use that money from Real Madrid to buy Marcos Llorente for 106 million. Dybala for 106 million to Chelsea. Fabinho to Bayern Munich for 105 million. Sadio Mane's moved for 100 million to Barcelona, so Liverpool have weakened the squad. Clearly, time for a new era at Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp. Koundé's gone to Bayern Munich for 98.5. Jonathan David to Bayern Munich for 92.3. They're spending the money. Of course, we signed Declan Rice for 18.5 million plus Herrera. We've made some really good swap deals, haven't we, in this transfer window. Evanilson to Hoffenheim for 92 million. Brahim Diaz, ex-Manchester City man, 86 rated now, to Inter Milan to 82.2 million. Neuhaus to Liverpool, 77.3. Van der Beek's joined Barcelona for Manchester United, 76 million. Joe Gomez has also moved to Manchester United, to Barcelona, for 75.9 million. We've got Romagnoli to Liverpool, Werner to Juventus, Reece James back to Chelsea. I didn't realise he'd left Chelsea, so Reece James went to Dortmund and came back to Chelsea. Gundogan, of course, from us to Paris Saint-Germain. They've also signed Soler for the midfield roles. Kimpembe has gone to Real Madrid from Lazio. Jovic to Napoli. Guimaraes to Hertha Berlin. Estupiñán to Barcelona. Gabriel Jesus, another ex-Manchester City player, on the move from Atletico Madrid, where we sold him to in that Joao Felix deal in Season 1. Feels like an age ago now, doesn't it? He's moved to Juventus. Merino to Liverpool. Tielemans to Liverpool. Itarien to Real Sociedad. Sensi to Leverkusen. Suarez to Gladbach. Abraham to Hoffenheim. Dest, Serginho Dest to Dortmund. Hook to Lazio. He looks a decent centre-back, doesn't he? Oliveira to Hertha Berlin. Renato Sanchez to Leicester City. Saul to Manchester United from Paris Saint-Germain. Kovacic has moved to Borussia Dortmund. And René Adelaide to Torino. Ryan Cherky to Napoli. Adeyemi to Southampton. Makis to Dortmund from Brighton. That's good because Brighton were playing so well. And they looked at Lukaku, didn't they, to replace him. But they didn't accept our deal. Gabriel to Paris Saint-Germain. Andre Silva to Hertha Berlin. Icardi's gone back to France with Lyon. Rafael Leao to Real Betis. Fran Beltran for Southampton to Leverkusen. Rafa Varane has gone back to Spain with Atletico Madrid. Nuno Tavares to Valencia. Joao Pedro to Cagliari. We've got Jonathan Tah to Frankfurt. Bamba to West Ham. And they're all the top deals. Let's have a look at some of the latest deals. Coopermeers has gone to Spurs, it seems. Can't actually look at the latest deals, I don't think. Can you look at them by feet? No, it just goes back to the top deals. But Coopermeers to Spurs, Ayrton to Granada, and Rodriguez to Sevilla. And let's have a look at how our rivals have strengthened. So we'll start with Arsenal. They've brought in Vlahovic, who's scored against us before. He was at Gladbach, wasn't he? David Carmo and Lucchini. They've sold Tar and Mavropanos. Villa have sold Ferro, Leao and Martinez and brought in Pedrosa, Immobile, David De Gea and the Anzu. Don't really know much about Brentford. Look at that. Lamptey, Wesley and Makis out. Niane Ruiz and Tabo in for Brighton, who have probably weakened, to be honest with you. Reece James, Dybala and Rivera Yanez at Chelsea. Digne and Werner out. Crystal Palace doing a bit of business there. Everton too. Fulham also spending a lot of money. Of course, Leicester sold Declan Rice and brought in Renato Sanchez and Titi, Cowell, Herrera. Liverpool have sold Fabinho, Kelleher, Williams, Partey and the other Williams and brought in Marino, Neuhaus, Romagnoli and Tielemans, so they've strengthened well. Manchester United bringing in Adero, the goalkeeper, Saul, Majebri, Palestri, Van der Beek, Silva, Andre Silva, of course, and McTominay going there. Who else is there? Southampton have spent a bit of money. Spurs, Wesley, Tamori and Cooperman is in. Varane out. Anyone else? West Ham have brought in Antoine Griezmann and Nick Pope. Some good deals for them. So a very busy transfer window for all the sides in the Premier League. And it's about to end the summer transfer window right now. Ajax have come in for our Dutch young midfielder Van der Heijden, alone with an option to buy. We'll accept that. I think why not? Maybe a move at the end of it, a short term, so he'll go on loan until the end of the season. And then they'll have the opportunity to buy him. Or will pay his wages, why not? Make some profit on this young man for 3.2 million. Well, can we push that to 3.55 million? Just get a bit more money out of Ajax here. They're happy with that. So Van der Heijden will join Ajax in January, possibly move to the Dutch side. So we face 18th place Burnley next after the transfer window, and again, we will simulate this game as we get into the further stages of the Premier League season and play some of the bigger games. And the side managed to pick up a 2-0 win at Burnley. Kaiki in the 6th minute and Raheem Sterling in the 62nd to give us a 2-0 win over the local side. Well, Phil Foden is ready to be changed from a left wing to a centre mid, which he will do, and then we'll straight away move him to an attacking midfielder where most of his time will be played now, I believe. Well, our manager rating is taking an absolute nosedive at the moment, 68. I'm not sure why. And we face 6th place West Ham at home now. They're on 9 points the same as us. They're obviously, just behind us. We're on 12, sorry. So they're having a good season. But it's only 4 games in. Things can change very quickly, can't they, in the Premier League? It's only us and Manchester United currently with a perfect record. This is the side we're going to go with against West Ham today. Ederson starts in goal. We've got Lamptey, Stones, Laporte and Hernandez at the back. And we do need to change it so that Kevin De Bruyne is still our captain, of course. We've got then Rice. I'm going to put in actually ahead of Rodri today. Rice and De Bruyne in the midfield. Foden in front. Then it's Kaiki on the right. Ferran Torres on the left. And Liam Delap through the middle. On the bench we've got Raheem Sterling. New signing Thiago Almeida, who hopefully will take some of the pressure off the forward line and the attacking players with Joao Felix out for another 6 months or so, and then he'll still be able to fit into the squad. I've no worries about that. Hussein Mawar, Rodri, Cancelo, Diaz and Kasper Schmeichel. So here at the Etihad Stadium for Manchester City versus West Ham United, and Declan Rice will for the first time in his career come up against his old side, West Ham. Tariq Lamptey in there as well, and of course Thiago Almeida could make his debut off the bench today. This is the West Ham side that faces today. Nick Pope, new signing, starts in goal. They've got Victor Gomez, Pongaric, Koch and Torquina at the back. Fulgini and Paqueta in the midfield. And it's Gerard Bowen, Pessina, Jonathan Bamba in behind that man. Antoine Griezmann, what a signing for West Ham United. Paco Alcacer, Gravenberch, Fredericks, Guiri on the bench. Some very strong players in this West Ham side. So Manchester City versus West Ham. And it's live from the Etihad Stadium. De Bruyne. Back to Foden. All ball through to Ferran Torres. Good defending by Gomez against Ferran Torres. He couldn't get his first goal and it came off Ferran as well. And here's a counter for West Ham and it's a really good counter. Stones, what a tackle from John Stones. Been fantastic as John Stones for so long now. I have to go back to Rice. We're trying to break this West Ham side down. Ferran might have done it here. As he lifts one into Liam Delap. Oh, it's just wide of the post by the Englishman. Really good chance. Great bit of creation from Ferran Torres there on that left-hand side. Just wasn't enough. Stones again with another good tackle, you thought. Apparently he doesn't win the ball, John Stones. Referee says don't do it again, so no yellow card. There must have been some sort of touch on the ball. McGreeson's got a great free kick opportunity here from 25 yards. He might put this one in. Griezmann! Oh, what a goal from Antoine Griezmann. What a wonderful goal from the Frenchman. From the set piece, up and over the wall, and into that top corner. What a signing he is, by the way, from Barcelona to West Ham United. Really nice finish from Antoine Griezmann. Really, really nice finish. His second goal for West Ham this season, and we're 1-0 down at home here. And it's the clean sheet gone. Kaiki, the lap will pull the defence away, which allows Lamptey on the overlap. And Tariq Lamptey finds the far post of the lap. Good defending by West Ham. Corner ball. Foden. Varane. Kaiki. In a small space, Kaiki. Oh, it's a penalty for Manchester City. Very unlucky. Liam Delap applauding the referee there for a harsh decision against West Ham. I mean, he's what, 1 yard, 2 yard away from him when he hits this Kaiki. Hits the hand of two players, actually. Once again, De Bruyne steps up, but Delap scored the last one. So we're going to give him a go. Delap! Oh, good penalty from Liam Delap. 1-1, that level, the number 48. Possibly could be wearing the number 9 next season, if he continues this sort of form in the season. Steps up to Delap. Place it in that bottom corner. Really well done. He's third of the Premier League so far. About level with West Ham now. Both goals for either side coming from set-piece situations. Oh, tried a little flick over the top to Ferran. Deflected away. Half-time, 1-1 with West Ham. Not been our best performance so far this season. We've looked poor, really. Maybe we need an injection of energy in the midfield. And Thiago Almada would be the player to bring that. Foden has been very quiet. De Bruyne. Kaiki's made a great run. Bamba's on him. Into Lamptey. Great work. Lamptey. Into Phil. Foden! Great save by Pope. Not real power in the shot, but great run by Lamptey, by the way. So energetic he is, the right back. Foden. Turned away there, but couldn't do anything else. Into Ferran. Back into Foden. It's too heavy from Ferran. Phil Foden's made the best of it, though. De Bruyne. Declan Rice running in. Cleared away. Laporte win the header against Antoine Griezmann. Every pass has been poor. Good tackle by Rice. Straight to a player from West Ham, and it's 2-1 to West Ham. Good tackle by Rice, but it wasn't enough. Almada's going to come on for Foden, who's been shocking today. I'm not sure the goal scorer is for West Ham. Look at this. Just no one there. The defence just split. And let the player run through the number 7. Fulgini. Shocking from the defence. Shows what happens when you haven't got Ruben Diaz in there. Angelo Fulgini gets his first goal of the season. And Phil Foden's off for new signing Thiago Almada. Maybe this Argentinian had a bit of energy to this team. Stones in there. Good tackle by John Stones. That's better. De Bruyne. The lap. Into Kaiki. Into Almada. Across to Ferran Torres. Great finish by Ferran. Wonderful finish from Ferran. If you give him a chance, the chances are he'll put it in the back of the net. We haven't really created chances for him. I feel like he needs to play more narrow. Maybe from that right-hand side because he's so good on the left and right foot. Really good finish from Ferran. Across the goalkeeper, Nick Pope. And he pulls us level again from behind once again. 2-2 against West Ham. Ferran's first goal this season. And we will make another substitution. There's one that was suggested to me, but Ferran's going to go to the right-hand side. And it's going to be Raheem Sterling that comes on that left-hand side. Kaiki, the Brazilian, has been really poor. He really has. From the lap wasn't great. Lamptey, brilliant. Lamptey, brilliant. Oh, in the box. De Bruyne on his left foot, just wide the post. Great work from Tariq Lamptey on that right hand side, and Kevin De Bruyne, you think, is going to score the winner here. Just wide of the post from KDB. Getting closer though. Gerard Bowen's off for them. I think a draw you could probably take here after the performance. Although we've won it back here with Laporte. And Liam Delap's in space. And he's unselfish. De Bruyne on his right foot. Good defending again in the box. Oh, he won it back. Delap. Deflected away. West Ham are getting a bit lucky here. Here they come. All round Stones. They could win it here, West Ham. Declan Rice for the big tackle in the box. And that is full time. A 2-2 draw with West Ham at home. Disappointing result, really. Expected 3 points at home against West Ham. But they played really well. And they were a struggle to play against. Luis Enrique has some things to think about now. After a lacklustre display from his side. The attack, we just didn't create chances, did we, for Delap? And he had to score one from the penalty spot to get his goal. Almada, not a bad debut from him, but still, like Phil Foden, quiet throughout the game. And for a final game of the episode, we go away in Scotland. It's Champions League action, and we face Steven Gerrard's Rangers. This is the side we're going to go with today against Rangers. Ederson starts in goal. We've got Cancelo, Diaz, Luke Mbete and Bukayo Saka at the back. Rodri now are in the midfield. I was a bit unhappy with his game time, I think, the same as Saka. But they will be getting game time throughout the season. No need to worry for them. Phil Foden is in the middle once again. Hopefully a better game from him today. The same for Kaiki, who's on the right-hand side. Raheem Sterling at striker for the tired Liam Delap. And Thiago Almada is on the left-hand side. And what I love about Almada is you've got a player there. He's so versatile. Can play on the left, can play on the right, can play there in behind Raheem Sterling, or can play as a striker as well, I believe. Could even play as a centre mid. So we've bought a really versatile player there, like Bernardo Silva. And what a better replacement for Bernardo, someone that can play all over the field. So I think that's going to suit us really well. We've got Delap, Torres, Bissouma, De Bruyne, Hernandez, Stones and Schmeichel on the bench today. Probably Bissouma will come on at one point to a bit of energy in midfield if we need it. Ferran Torres as well could come on, who had a good game. And the last one, he's grown to 88 now and continues to improve. So Manchester City versus Rangers today in the Champions League. And Rangers, who are currently the top side in Scottish football, face us, who are currently the top side in English football. So this is the Rangers side, Gerrard's side, that faces today. Ryan Jack, the captain. The likes of Achimpong, ex-Manchester City one, I think. Roof on the bench. Dawson in goal. Katic, Goldson, Bassi and Tavernier the back four. Rebo, Jack and Milaro in the midfield. And it's Kent on the left. Yanis Hadji on the right. And Itten up top. Strong Rangers side. And maybe a side that could beat us today. Hopefully we don't play like we did last time we went to Scotland in the Champions League against Celtic. Was it a 2-2 draw or a 3-3 draw or something like that? City were really poor. So Manchester City versus Rangers. And it's live from the Ibrox Stadium. Into Phil Foden. Sterling. In behind to Thiago Almada. Almada on his debut with a strike. Champions League debut for him. Hit it hard and low. Couldn't beat the goalkeeper either. Rodri's in at the near post with a good header, Rodri, but as usually, Rodri seems to always get underneath the headers, doesn't he? Diaz, Foden, Rodri, Sterling. This is better. Nice bit of football here. Almada. Foden. Into Kaiki, but it's a bit light. Kaiki's worked around the tackles. Worked it wide to Saka to Foden at the far post. That's a great goal. Wonderful team goal. Phil Foden with a volley at the far post after a wonderful cross from Bukayo Saka. And we lead by 1-0. Really good football. The first time we've really passed it around in the first games, or the first few games of this episode, really. Foden at the far post. And he's weaker right foot. It's a really nice volley. I worried that he was going to go for the header there. And it was going to go straight over the bar. Through the legs of Goldson and through the legs of the goalkeeper as well. Great finish from Foden. Gets our first Champions League goal of the campaign. Of course, we want to make up for last season. We got to the final, didn't we? And lost 3-1 to Barcelona in the final. We want to get to that final again, but this time we want to win it again. We want our trophy back. Here's Almada. Great skill. Still Rangers come forward here. Trying to work space for a shot. They might do here. Good shot past Diaz there. Ederson had to make the save. Crossing to the near post. Almada. Not the clearance I expected. Look, it was a handball from the Rangers player. Sterling. Foden. Into Almada. Great play. Awar. Kaiki. Kaiki to Foden. It's a tapping at the far post. Goal number 2 for Phil Foden. I'll tell you what. He's really got into goal-scoring form, hasn't he, Phil Foden? One of our objectives is for him to get assists. You know, get plus 20 assists this season. The lap to get plus 20 goals. It might be that Foden gets plus 20 goals. We've moved him further forward. We've given him the number 10. He's in the right place at the right time. Great tapping in the box for Phil Foden. Good work from Kaiki and Sterling combining. 2-0 lead Rangers in the Champions League. Could be game over that. They don't look at all like they're even going to get into the Europa League positions in our group. I think is it Napoli and Villarreal, someone like that in our group stage. Rodri, and well played, and we'll go all the way back to Edison here. Again, bit of a weak pass from Diaz, and that's half time. 2-0 lead Rangers. We've been far the better side. Rangers have hardly looked dangerous, but we haven't yet got hold of the game like I want us to. A handful of defenders, Phil Foden, 2 goals pretty much in the same corner. And he hasn't gone, Raheem Sterling, he decided not to. Foden will find him now. Sterling over top to Almada. Takes it down really well. Thiago Almada, great block. Maybe get a second chance, Almada. Off the hand of a defender. It's a penalty, Manchester City. Goldson. Off the hand of him. Very unlucky, really, to get caught with that one. He's Goldson. But we get plenty of penalties, don't we? We'll see it here. I didn't even see it hit his hand. Do we give it Foden for his hat-trick? He's not very good at penalties, though, is he? We'll give it Raheem Sterling. He is the striker today. Going for that bottom right corner. Sterling steps up and puts it in. 3-0 Manchester City. I would have given it Foden for his hat-trick, but we took 2 penalties, didn't we? In that pre-season game, or Charity Shield game against Spurs, I think it was. Missed one, hit the bar with the other one. Sterling steps up and puts this one in the back of the net. Manchester City 3, Rangers 0. Really good performance from us. Oh, good interception, Diaz, and away. Rodri, nicely done. Saka, look at the space for Sterling. Saka will find him. Sterling. Sterling from range. Oh, what a goal from Raheem Sterling. Edge of the box, and he makes it 4-0. What a finish from Sterling. Well, he's got that quality to hit them from range sometimes. We don't always see it from Raheem Sterling, but there, great turn. And a great finish into the top corner past the goalkeeper. World class stuff from our number 7. Wonderful finish this is, isn't it? How about that? Great goal for Luis Enrique's men. 4-0. Confidence building the side surely from this performance as well. And we'll get Bissouma on now for the game time. I'm thinking Ferran Torres as well. I tell you what, Sterling's going to come off, unfortunately for him. We're going to try Thiago Almada through the middle. And we're going to have him as a false 9. He's such a versatile player. That's what I really like about him. When I saw him and it popped up, I just thought, you know what, City wanted to sign him all them years ago. And they're very close to signing him. He's a versatile midfielder. He can play anywhere across that front line. Let's bring him in. And to swap him for Bernardo Silva, I think, was a masterstroke, wasn't it, from our board of directors, really. Diaz, good tackle. Hauer on the turn. Feeds Kaiki. 3-on-2 here. Kaiki. Oh, it's a bit heavy for Varane. Pulls it back to Foden for his hat-trick. Blocked away. The pass by Kaiki was just way too heavy. Into Hauer. Oh, this man can make a pass. And he will make a pass. And he finds Phil Foden. He wants his hat-trick, Phil Foden. He won't get it. Almada might get his first Manchester City goal, however. And he does, the Argentinian. 5-0 Manchester City against Rangers. That is very much game over now. Thiago Almada gets his first ever Manchester City goal. Foden wanted his hat-trick. Probably deserved his hat-trick, really. Saved by the goalkeeper. And a finish by Almada at the far post. And a tight angle as well. Almada still found the back of the net. I'm sure he's happy of moving to Manchester from Valencia, a side he just joined from Vélez Sarsfield. He finally made the big move from Argentina. He wasn't our shortlist for a very long time, actually, in season 1 and 2. But he sided against him. We changed our mind, and I'm glad we did. Oh, into Ferran Torres nearly. He'll still work it to Almada. Here he is, the Argentinian. Still going. Somehow our move. Almada back to Kaiki. Off the post and in. 6-0 Manchester City. Great play by these youngsters up top. Kayuki with his first of the season, I think. He's first in the Champions League as well. And we really are looking like we've clicked in today's game. Saka for Teo Hernandez will make that change. Last one of the game. Good work by Almada. Loves to run at players. We've got quite a lot of players that can do that now. One thing we do like is the players that can make the killer passes. I think Foden's not really a killer passer. I think Aouar is. I think De Bruyne is. We lack killer passes. And what we do have, though, is in the loan system at the moment, James McAtee and, of course, Luis Fiorini. And I think James McAtee is a killer passer. He does make those killer passes. And so does Luis Fiorini. And they will come in handy next season. Possibly revamp the whole squad. We'll have to see. 6-0. Foden with a double. We had Raheem Sterling get a double. And then Almada. And finally Kayuki. That whole front line getting the goals for Manchester City today. Well, I've just switched Phil Foden from a centre mid to a centre attacking mid. 91 rated Phil Foden we have now. He's just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. 91 rated Phil Foden at 24 years of age. How far could this man go? And that is going to end today's episode. So we kick off the next one with a game against Everton away. 12th placed Everton. They've not really made any progress at all over these seasons in this save. But maybe this season they will. They have made some transfers as well. So thank you very much for watching. Please do continue to like the videos. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And we'll see you next time.